Hey guys, still here and welcome back to Stormworks. I'm still surviving the Arctic and still on my way to building helicopters at some point. Until then though, I am on a mission, which is that there was a mining drill explosion on this particular island over here. I'm approaching there with the updated ice dart, and the ice dart definitely got a lot more fuel hungry. Because I start out with about 750 points of fuel and I'm now down to 560. So yes, you can argue that fuel consumption on this ship is definitely going up. Now we're almost there. And I don't really know what I'm going to find over there. I mean, there was an explosion, so there's bound to be fire. I cannot put out the fire. I don't have the equipment for that yet. But what I might be able to do is rescue some people and bring those either back to my base or to another base, such as the research outpost over there. We'll just have to see what we find and see what sort of assistance I can render. But it definitely stresses the need for firefighting equipment. And I just hope that I'm going to be able to make it back, potentially with a detour, because that fuel consumption is kind of worrying. Let's see, can I park my ship somewhere here? Is there a dock of some sort? Let's go a little lower on the throttle. I don't think that they have a dock. That sucks. Okay, we'll just don't have to go rock climbing then, I guess. Jeez, fire's raging in that building. Oh nice, there's seals on here. That's a detail I haven't even seen yet. Alright, throttle down, slow down. Perfectly parked. Let's have a look. What is the problem here? And what can I do to help them? I really hope I can get up here. Maybe I can make this jump. Yep, there we go. Okay, rescue stranded engineers. Without firefighting equipment, most likely, or most importantly, firefighting, or what's it called? Firefighting gear. I'm gonna have to try and not die when I walk through this fire. Which is going to be a problem. Ow. All this stuff's in the way. Now these look like gas cans, but if you throw them on there, they don't actually do anything. Okay, I can get to these guys. Get out of the way. You there, sir. With me. Now it says rescue, but I don't really know where I'm supposed to send them. Maybe to the flare? Yes, to the flare. Okay, stop following. That's one. There's another one up there. I might be able to get to him without burning my ass off. Yep. I'm just gonna try and get underneath. Yep, that's number 2. You can just stay here for a second. Getting to those other people might be more of a problem. Oh, here they are. You and you, follow me. Wait here, because I think I can even get to your third colleague. Yep, picked him up. Whoa. Slightly overshot that place there. Follow and follow. Just make your way to the nearest exit. I want you to follow me as well. Okay, I have a couple of injured engineers that I need to transport, and I need to contain the fire. Containing the fire is absolutely impossible. And finding out who the treated or who the wounded engineers are is... Ah, there we go. They are pointed out. You, and you. Where do we need to go? We need to go to the outpost. That's, yep, the SJK research outpost. That's what I can do for the guys, but what I cannot do for the guys is put out the fire. So that's going to suck. But so be it. Shit. I hope I can sort of get these guys away from here. Can I make this jump? No. Crap. How warm are you guys? Because if you're about to freeze to death... Yeah, they are. Okay, so I need to get you to the boat. Turn on the heater. Have a seat. Now I need to go quick and get the others. Can I get up here? Afraid not. Can I go underneath here and pass through the other side? Nope. Fuck, I don't want these guys to die. That's gonna cost me research points. If I can get the mission done. Come on, engineers, just jump over the railing. Because I cannot get there without walking all the way around. Sometimes these NPCs are so damn lazy. Okay, so what I have to do is just once again do my jumping thing here. Leap over this part. And try to, well, respectfully throw these engineers off to the other side. And then into the boat. Okay, they're not terribly cold yet. Come on, get onto the railing. Hold. Pick you up. And you get to follow me. There we go. Alright, so we're basically a more sophisticated taxi again. But aside from taxi duty, I'm afraid that there's not a whole lot that I can do for this mining drill explosion mission. So, throttle up. Start the engines. Move out of here slowly. Turn the spotlights on and turn the exterior lights on. Now, as long as you're moving slowly with this boat, the hydrofoils won't actually trigger yet. You can see they are trying to trigger now, but I don't have enough speed to actually lift the boat out of the water. As for docking positions, it's again far inland, so I'm going to have to park it potentially here. Get there as quickly as possible. And make sure that I rescue those guys. Give it a bit more throttle. This, by the way, should not say throttle lever. It should say clutch. But sure. Alright. Throttle to full. Engines are still spooling up. Okay. We'll just have to bring these guys home. Now, I think that, and I have mentioned this before, you're only supposed to go to the Arctic later on in your campaign, or later on in your career game. Because what is currently happening is that more often than not, I don't have the right equipment for the job that the game is giving me. I don't have firefighting equipment. I started out without Arctic defense gear or Arctic gear. And without all of those items, without all of that equipment, you basically cannot do, or not to the full extent that you might want to, do the missions that the game is offering you. So, if you are starting a game of Stormworks, I recommend you start with the standard career, start with the standard starter base, and only go to the Arctic when you have a good portion of the campaign, or of the, not the campaign, if you have a good portion of the tech tree unlocked. As opposed to me, because I still have very, very many research projects to go. And ideally, I'm still looking for this. The helicopters. Whoa, 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 whoa. The boat got a little too happy there. The whole plan for this particular playthrough was going to be to use helicopters. But so far, I have been just trying to adapt and manage with the items, or rather the missions that the game has given me. So that's why you're seeing me use all sorts of, let's say, non-helicopter units. Boats, cars, maybe a train at some point, provided that I get enough cash to do that. But all of that is definitely getting in the way of getting helicopters. Okay, we're approaching our destination now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't crash into that. I don't want to make the blooper reel again. That's something that these hydrofoils do have a little bit of a problem with. They got so much forward momentum that sometimes they don't really listen to the rudders as well as you might like. So you're going to find that your ship just does not turn when you want it to. And that all of that forward momentum just keeps pushing you in one direction. And that could very well be the direction of the iceberg up ahead. Also, I really don't like this spotlight up here because I just can't see anything. Like that iceberg over to the left. Okay. Approaching the position now. Try not to ram into the train bridge. Slow it down, disable the hydrofoil. And see if I can get close to shore without ramming the shore. Engine throttle to half. Jeez, we went through half the fuel tank. And that was just a trip of 7 kilometers, so times 2 is 15. This is not a very economic vehicle at this point. Oh well. Can you get any closer to shore? Yeah, a little bit. And then I'm going to deliver those engineers to the outpost. But aside from that, I cannot do much. I can just try and get some rewards from delivering the engineers to the outpost, so getting them the medical attention that they need. But that fire is going to rage uncontrollably. People, seriously, jump off the ship. It's not rocket science, it's just jumping. But apparently even that is beyond them. Engineers my ass. Jeez, look at those numbnuts. I'm not asking a lot, guys. I'm asking to jump. You don't even need to ask how high. I just need you to jump off the ship. And yes, the water's nice this time of year. It might be a little freezing. But aside from that, it is really the only way that you're likely to make it to hospital in time. So toughen up. Jump into the water. Now he wants to swim. And don't make me come get you again. Stop. Alright, and then the last of the engineers. Port side of the boat. With me. Then we're going to take a leisurely stroll of half a kilometer. And get these guys the medical attention that they so desire. This shouldn't take too long. And once that's done, I'm just going to RTB. Because that fire is, well, is unfortunate. But I can't do anything about it. At least we got the humans, the humans out, so there's not going to be a death toll. And I think that that's part of a victory. I demand to get paid for that. Preferably in research points, and preferably a lot. Because as it stands, I still am really not getting any closer to my desired helicopters. Although you could argue that helicopters at this point might not even be what I need. Because even if I did have a helicopter, I wouldn't be able to put out that fire any better than I am now. Because I wouldn't be able to get the helicopter into the building. And even if I did, I would have a helicopter slightly inside the building and no firefighting equipment with it. So I think I'm going to have to go with something else in order to get that firefighting equipment done. Maybe a sort of firefighting vehicle, so a vehicle with a hose. Alright, boys, you still with me? Yep. And I'm still carrying one on my back. So maybe I'm going to have to adjust my plans a little bit. And go, no, I don't actually want to go for helicopters just yet. I just want to get firefighting equipment. Rescue equipment. Further units or further items that I need in order to get my missions completed. Yeah, I think that might be part of it. Alright, I'm just going to go RTB, and we're going to wait for another mission and see what sort of design work needs to happen. Alright, we got the rewards for the mission. It wasn't terribly well done. We got 2 out of 3 stars. We got 3 research points. We got 2 helm components. And 12,500 in cash. Now there's another mission that popped up. Retrieve the Clam Company oil rig equipment from the water. Unfortunately, that is 106 kilometers down. So I cannot do that mission. So I'm just going to be sleeping under the stars. Fortunately in my Arctic gear, and see what other missions come up. I'm actually hoping for something that allows me to use the car again, like this. Transport fuel car and barrels. Deliver empty fuel barrels to the Arctic oil refinery for refilling, and transport the fuel car from the Arctic oil platform train terminal to the refinery for processing. Yes. This should be an interesting op. Jeez, that's a long way. Holy crap. We still don't have a train. What I do have is a car. Let's see, transport from the Arctic oil platform train terminal. Is that over here? Or is there another one? Is that over here? At any rate, I need to be going here and delivering something, or rather picking something up. Yeah, I think this is the pickup, because that says 8. Deliver empty fuel barrels to the refinery for filling. I'm not actually sure. At any rate, we are not going to need the boat. We're going to need the car. So let's head all the way back over to the hangar. And adjust the car, because the car currently is diesel electric. At least that is the way that it was until a couple of episodes ago. And unfortunately, thanks to the upgrades or updates that the game has been receiving, that setup is no longer viable. Aside from that, I might need to adjust it to be more powerful and make sure that I have a little bit more traction to get that train car to where it needs to go, despite the fact that I'm not actually a train. Now you can still have a look at the, the memorial of my first car. That thing unfortunately did not quite make it. Oh well. Now with 6 research points in the bag, I don't really have a lot of options. I don't really have a lot of stuff that I can unlock. I did get the speed sensor though. Finally I'll be able to tell how fast I'm going. And that is at least part of another item that I need. Because you can then estimate how long you're going to take over a particular mission. Okay, can I get something else for 6 points that I might need? Heavy land vehicles. Those are really, really large wheels. 9x9s. Unfortunately, that's 20 research points. Advanced research equipment. No. Sensors. No. Arctic land vehicles. Skis. No. Basic logic. I don't need. I don't need this. These are just a couple of buttons. Firefighting equipment. 14 points. Yeah, this is something that I would like to get. But unfortunately, firefighting equipment comes in 2 parts. One is this research project, firefighting equipment, and that allows you to get the fluid cannon. But without pumps, which you can unlock from fluid management, you're not going to be using them at all. So unfortunately, that is about 22 research points. That's a lot. It's going to take me a lot of time to get there. Okay, let's go back to the pickup Mark II. Let's see, did I already have the pickup Mark II as An electric vehicle, or... How did I build this thing up? No, I think I already adjusted it in the previous episode. Let's confirm that. Because I need to know if this thing will actually move. Engine won't start though. Like at all. Okay, I'm going to design a new vehicle. I need a new vehicle that's capable of pulling a train car and doing it in a hopefully efficient manner. So it's going to be a large vehicle. It's going to be more something along the lines of a pickup truck. Or no, not a pickup truck. I just had a pickup truck. No, a vehicle which can still fit on the train tracks, but at the same time, I want it to have a lot more power. So let's have a look at wheels. The best thing that I have is the 5x5 suspension. That's like that. So I could make it something along these lines. And just disregard this whole part. There. Yes, let's go with that. Okay, I want to have the wheels stay in place. I want to have pipes going up. I want this thing to be pretty high on its wheels. Up, up, couple of pipes. And I want one central crankshaft. So straight pipe, T-piece. I'm going to throw in a clutch over here, which will allow me to decide whether I want to use or direct engine to my rear wheels, yes or no. Similar here, but I'm just going to have to go with 2 T-pieces. This is usually a bit of a hassle, but it is part for building a vehicle like this. Maybe those wheels are slightly too close together though. Yeah, let's go with one more space for that. Because I think they're a bit too close. No, I want a T-piece. And then an angle block. A straight pipe, another angle block. And the wheels themselves. There you go. Okay. Continue on forward. Hold on. Change of plans. I don't need to have all of these things get connected here. If I have a crankshaft that's slightly above it, that would make it easier. Just designing this thing as I think of it. Yes, then a T-piece. This thing doesn't actually do anything useful. Then a clutch. That is, if I'm ever going to need 6x6 propulsion. I might not even need that. And then the front wheels. Okay, back to pipes. Set it up over angle. Bring it together. Whoops, not like that. Get a T-piece in there. Get another clutch. And that should say power A. Like that. And now I can angle it up. Alright, beautiful. So that's the base bed of the car. Ground clearance should be good. I can even raise the suspension a little bit more. Make the suspension a little stiffer. Let's check that with these front wheels. See if it's going to be bouncing up. No, actually it's not. It seems to be softer than that. Oh, so this is like an inverse curve. They're 15% stiff now. Let's go to 80% stiffness. That is something that I would still like, to be able to adjust the stiffness of those suspensions on the go. Yeah, see now they're pushing up the car a little bit more. That's better. Okay. What you can do with these wheels is adjust the variable brake, the steering, and the parking brake. But aside from that, you got no options. So I'm going to have to decide what I want my stiffness to be and how much I want that to be able to use stuff. Let's go for 80% all over the vehicle. And 80%. And 80%. Let's see if the vehicle is higher on its springs now. Yep. Okay. Now, engines. This is going to be an interesting part, because now I need to decide how and where I want to be placing my engines down. And yes, that is plural. I only have the standard ones, the small engine. I could place them side by side. Let's see, I'm going to be heading that way. Let's not waste the ground clearance that I was so carefully building up. If I do it like this, then I would have a pretty sleek vehicle. But there is a problem. I need to be carrying crates, is what I just remembered. So I might need to go with an external vehicle in the back. Or... how am I going to do this? See, I kind of like the base shape of the vehicle. It looks a little bit like a rover of sorts. But I think I'm trying to angle it up here too soon. Something like this might be a little better. And make sure that that's closed up. Let's put both engines in the front. Let's see. Cooling is the bottom parts. So like that. Yes. Okay, that's not actually terrible. I can get around that. I just need to make sure that my engines are set up properly, in the sense that I can still do some surgery down here, where it seems like the propulsion is going to come from. Or I need to raise the engines one more block. There. Let's just angle this down. Now, once again, I have never designed a vehicle quite like this. So I don't really know what to expect, what to particularly pay attention to, and how I should be making a vehicle like this. So I'm just designing it as I go. And we'll just have to have a look and see if it's actually strong enough, or if it has enough cargo capacity to do the mission at hand, which is to deliver those parts. Alright, so that is the air intake setup. The exhausts. I can actually put the exhausts directly out on the side. I don't really need to loop those all the way back. Like that. And there is one more connector down here. That's for the fuel. Which all works out pretty well. Because that allows me to then build the fuel tank somewhere further in the back or in the bottom of the vehicle. Okay. I also need to pay attention to where I'm going to exactly put the crankshaft. It's going to be a tall vehicle, this one. Yeah, I'm going to have to replace these. I need these to be standard blocks, so they're also forming the top side of the whole engine compartment. And then... where am I going to put my fuel? No, not like that. T-piece. I first need to get those fuel pipes out of here. Just make sure that I have those somewhere in the back. Not this far back, though. Or I can just relocate this a little. Yes. Split it off. Get an additional pipe. Let's see, fuel tanks. If I put those over here, I can still access the main crankshaft. And this thing with 2 engines is probably going to be pretty damn hungry anyway. So this might be enough fuel to just keep it going. Make that a straight pipe. Make that a straight pipe. This one too. Angled one over here. And another straight pipe there. Okay, so now we have fuel. We have coolant. We have air intake. And we have exhausts. Good start. Next, we need to make sure that this thing is going to loop down. And throw in the gearboxes. And be sure to point that in the other direction. Like that. How am I going to build this? I want this thing slightly further back. Then get me an angle. I think I have a couple of those here. Like that. And it's going to be kind of hard to see where that thing is, whoops, going up. Yes, like that. Because now I can still fit another gearbox between these things. Maybe even 2. I just have no idea what the orientation is. Well, it's not stellar, but 2 gearboxes might just be enough. Did I already have a clutch in this system? Yes, I do. So I have a clutch for the front wheels, the middle wheels, and the rear wheels. So now I can set up the crankshaft here. Complete that, and complete this. Okay. Right. So that means that I should be able to close up this part. It's starting to look more like a tractor than anything else. Also, how the hell am I going to get in here? or wherever here is going to be. Because it's going to be a tall vehicle. That's for sure. Let's see how tall this is relative to my character. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I think it's a little too happy on the springs. I'm gonna have to adjust that. Okay, so the cockpit would be about here. Yeah, wave to the camera. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Okay. Right, I surrender. The cockpit would be about there. Jeez, I still don't like that front. I'm gonna have to adjust that. Okay, this is gonna be a far larger design project. Join me next time as I'm going to be continuing it. And I hope to be building a vehicle that's capable of going onto the train tracks, actually bringing those fuel containers to where they need to be. And at the same time, hopefully, start pulling the train car that needs to be built or brought to the objective, which is the refinery. So that's a big project. Possibly 2 episodes. We shall see how it goes. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I shall see you soon for more episodes.